Hello everyone, good afternoon. Evening na pala guys. Good evening everyone. Naririnig po ba? Naririnig po? Ayan, shoutout sa mga viewers natin ngayon. Okay, let's see kung okay yung ano natin. Hello everyone, good afternoon. Evening na pala guys. Pa rin si Ma'am Grace until now. Good evening. All right, so at exactly 8 a.m. we will discuss AFA, but for now we have free online let review for general education. Okay, so dito tayo sa general education. Ready na po? All right, so doon tayo mag-proceed sa unang tanong. Okay, so teachers, like I said, no, na-discuss ko naman si Grace Method, Learning, Strategies, and Technique, no? So, we will proceed to the next question. Okay, dito tayo sa question number 1. Which sentence allows correct subject agreement? All right. Which sentence follows correct subject agreement or subject-verb agreement? Again, the question is, which sentence follows correct subject-verb agreement? A. The team of players are practicing daily. B. Neither the manager nor the employees is happy. C. Each of the candidates had submitted their portfolio. Or letter D. The family decide go on vacation. So, based on the point of the question, teachers, what is the correct answer? Ang tinatanong, correct subject-verb agreement. So, what is the correct answer? Is it A, B, C, or D? Unang tanggalin natin, guys, si letter D. Ang sabi, the family, pag sinabing family, it is one group, di ba? So, kumbaga, it is singular. Okay, yung verb na decide, itong verb na decide, hindi po, it is not decide. Okay? So, the answer is letter C. Okay? Again, I will repeat the answer. Letter D is wrong because the family decide to go on vacation together. So, family as one group, singular, verb. Yung decide, dapat may S. Okay? Hindi po pwedeng decide. Okay? Dapat may S po yan sa dulo, which is decides. Okay po? So, the answer is letter C. Next, letter A, tanggalin natin. Okay, the team of players are participating daily. So, bakit mali? The team of players are practicing daily. Again, I will repeat the question. The team of players are practicing daily. So, what is the correct answer here? Letter C. Letter A, is it wrong? Kasi yung word na team, itong team na to, ito po ay collective noun. Ano nga po yung team? Collective noun. So, yung acting naman, excuse me. Okay, the team of players are participating daily. So, ibig sabihin, yung word na team is collective noun, acting as one unit. So, dapat meron siyang singular verb. Okay, dapat yung are, ito ay is. Okay po, is po yan. Hindi po dapat are. Singular verb po ang gagamitin natin kasi ang word na team is a collective noun acting as one unit. Okay po? So next, letter B is wrong. Okay? Neither the manager nor the employees is happy. No. So, ang in po, ang neither, okay, nor na sinasabi natin, okay, the verb agrees with the closer noun. So, yung word na employee, okay, employees are plural. Okay, so ang gagamitin natin are, not is. Okay po, ang gagamitin natin is are, not is. Okay? So the answer is letter C. Pasensya na kayo guys kung ano yung boses ko. Pause kasi. Next, each of the candidates have submitted their portfolio. Okay. So it is correct because yung word na always teachers, okay? Each of the candidate has submitted their portfolio. Ibig sabihin, itong each na to, okay, it is always singular. So gumamit tayo ng has, no? So, kaya tamang sagot po si letter C. Next, what figure of speech is used in the wind whispered secret through the trees? What figure of speech is used in the wind whispered secret through the trees? A. Metaphor. B. Personification. C. Simile. Or letter D. Is it hyperbole? So what is the correct answer? Okay, I will repeat the question. What figure of speech is used in the wind whisper secret through the trees? Ito ba ay metaphor? Ito po ba ay personification? Ito po ba ay simile? Or ito ay hyperbole? So what is the correct answer? Okay, metaphor is wrong. Bakit? Ang metaphor po is always direct comparison. So, ibig sabihin, ang makikita nyo po dito is yung may mga like and as. For example, time is arrived. Okay po, so it is not used here, teachers. So, mali po si letter A. Next, simile, it is comparison. Okay? Comparison, gumagamit tayo ng like or as teacher. So, hindi rin po nakapresent si like dito. So, hyperbole, it is extreme exaggeration, no? So, wala naman, based on the point of the question, wala namang exaggerated word na umano dito sa question. So, mali po si letter D. Sagot, personification. Very good. Personification kasi teachers, it is the comparison, giving human qualities, diba? So, yung word na whispered, itong word na to, okay, it is to non-human kasi wind. So, ibig sabihin, it is personification. Maliwanag po? Next, which word means that same as ephemeral? A. Permanent. B. Short-lived. C. Beautiful. D. Strong. Which words means the same as ephemeral? Grabe paos ko sa ngayong araw, my God. Is it A ba? C or B? Okay, ang sagot dito is letter B, short-lived. Okay, so ang permanent nga si teachers, it is lasting forever. Diba? Permanent. So, ibig sabihin, opposite meaning po si letter A. Beautiful naman, is it pleasing to the eyes, right? Since unrelated. Strong is having a power. Kaya mali rin po si letter D. Short-lived is ephemeral because it is lasting only a short time or short-lived. So the answer is letter B. Alright. Alin sa mga sumusunod ang tamang gamit ng pang-uri? A. Mas matalino si Juan kaysa kay Pedro. B. Matalino si Juan kaysa kay Pedro. C. Pinakamatalino si Juan sa lahat kaysa kay Pedro. Or letter D. Mas matalino si Juan kaysa sa lahat. Anong sagot? Is it A, B, C, or D? Ano daw ang sumusunod ang tamang gamit ng pang-uri? Mas matalino si Juan kaysa kay Pedro. Matalino si Juan kaysa kay Pedro. C. Pinakamatalino si Juan sa lahat kaysa kay Pedro. Or letter D. Mas matalino si Juan kaysa sa lahat. Ano po ang sagot? Okay. Ang sagot po dito, teacher, is letter A. Okay po? Letter B, is it wrong? Kasi pag sinabing matalino si Juan kaysa kay Pedro, kulang ang salitang ginagamit. Dapat merong mas. Okay, hindi maipapakita ang pagkakaiba kung walang mas. Okay po? So, hindi po ito tamang sagot. Letter C naman, mali po kasi pinakamatalino. So, ang pang-uring pangpakahulugan po, teachers, ay para sa higit sa dalawa. Hindi dapat gamitin kasama ng kasya. Okay po? Kaya mali po si letter C. Mas matalino si Juan kaysa sa lahat, mali din po. Kasi pag sinabi natin kaysa lahat, mali. Dapat sa lahat lamang kapag pinaka ang ginagamit. Okay. Pag pinaka ang ginagamit, dapat lahat lang. Okay po. So, bakit tama si letter B? Okay. Ay, letter A pala. Sorry, guys. Bakit tamang sagot sa letter A? Kasi si letter A, mas matalino si Juan kaysa kay Pedro. Ito ay panghahambing, di ba, teachers? Mas plus pang-uri plus kaysa. So, ibig sabihin, pinaghahambing ang isang bagay o isang tao. So, the answer is letter A. Next. Anong akda ang sinulat ni Dr. Jose Rizal na namulat sa mga Pilipino tungkol sa pag-aabuso ng mga Kastila? A. El Filibusterismo. B. No Limit Angere. C. Sa aking pagkabata. Or letter D. Mi Ultimo Adios. Okay. The answer here is letter Okay, ang sagot ko dito is letter B. Letter B is the correct answer. Okay po. Ang El Filibusterismo teacher, ito ay karugtong at mas radikal. Ngunit, ang Noli ang pinakauna-unahang pangunahing nagmulat sa panahon ng Espanyol. Noli me tangere is the correct answer. Sumunod lang po ang El Filibusterismo. So, sa aking pagkabata naman, teachers, ito ay tungkol sa pagmamahal sa sariling wika. Yun po yung sa aking mga kabata. Pag letter D naman, may ultimo adios, ito yung huling tula bago siya namatay o binigkas. Ibig sabihin, pamamaalam sa bayan. So the answer is letter D. Anong uri ng pangalip ang salitang kanila? Okay. Ano daw ang huring pangalip ang salitang kanila? A. Panao, B. Pamatlig, C. Pananong, or letter D. Paari. So what is the correct answer? My God, pausa ko. Anong uri ng pangalip ang salitang kanila? A. Panao ba? B. Pamatlig, C. Pananong, or letter D. Pang-ari. So what is the correct answer? Okay. Ang panao kasi, ang pangalip panao, mali po to. Kasi tumutukoy ang pangalip panao saan? Sa tao. For example, ako. Ikaw. Ano pa? Siya. O pangalip panao yan. Pag pamatlig naman, ito po yung pamatlig, ito yung mga halimbawa. Ituro ang mga bagay o lugar. O yung mga tinuturo, mga bagay, mga lugar. So, for example, ito. Yan. Iyon. Yan yung pamatlig. Pag pananong naman, teachers, mga ginagamit sa pagtatanong. Ibig sabihin, sino? Ano? At alin? So, mga yan, pananong. So, ang sagot, ang salitang kanila ay paari. Ang salitang paari, teacher, ito ay nagpapakita ng pagmamay-ari. Okay, pagmamay-ari. So, for example, kanila. Ano pa sa kanila? O, paari po yan. The answer is letter D. What is 35% of 240? Ilan daw ang 35% ng 240? A. 72, B. 84, C. 96, D. 105. Okay, madali lang itong i-compute, teacher. Okay, 0.35 times 240 equals ilan? 84. So, ang 35% of 240 is 84. The answer is B. Okay, next. If 2x plus 5 is equal 17, what is the value of x? A. 4, B. 5, C6, D7. Okay? If 2x plus 5 is equals, positive 5 is equal 17, what is the value of x? A4, B5, C6, D7. So ngayon, ang unang gagawin natin, isulat natin yung equation. Yung equation, 2x plus positive 5 is equals to 17. Diba? So, anong second step na gagawin natin? I-transpose natin yung positive 5 to the right and change the sign. So, i-change natin yung sign na. So, ang mangyayari, ita-transpose natin, no? 17 po ito. So, pag transpose natin, 2x is equals to, kunin si 17, and positive ay negative 5 kasi mag-change tayo ng sign. So, next, subtract na natin. 2x is equals to 12. Kasi 17 minus 5 is equals to 12. So, ngayon, divide both side. By what? I-divide natin both side. So, kunin natin si both side i-divide natin. So, mangyayari, ang mangyayari since we divide both sides, mangyayari po si 2, itong 2, divided by, 12 divided by 2. So, the answer is letter C. Okay? So, ang x is 6. Okay po? Yan yung final value. X is equals to 6. Next. Now, I realize, ang hirap pala mag-discuss pag-pause. Next, the average of 5 numbers is 42. If 4 numbers are 38, 45, 40, and 48, what is the fifth number? A, 39, B, 41, C, 43, or letter D, 44. So, ang hinahanap, ilan daw yung pang fifth number? Okay, para ma-compute natin, i-compute muna natin yung total sum of all 5 members. Diba? I-compute natin. So, ang i-compute natin, si 42. 42, ilan nga? The average of 5 numbers is 42, no? 42 times 5 is equals to 210. Ngayon, ang sunod na kukunin natin is yung sum of the 4 known numbers. Ano yon? Itong si 38, 45, 40, and 48. So, isam natin 38 plus 45 plus 40 plus 48 is equals to ilan? Oh, 38 plus 45, ilan? 83. 40 plus 48, ilan? 88. 83 plus 88 is equals to 171. Ngayon, hanapin na natin yung fifth number na hinahanap. Kunin natin 210 minus 171 is equals to ilan po? 44. So, ang pang fifth number is 44. Next, which organelle is responsible for photosynthesis in plants? A. Mitochondria, B. Chloroplast, C. Nucleus, or letter D. Ribosome? Which organelle is responsible for photosynthesis in plants? A. Mitochondria, B. Chloroplast, C. Nucleus, or letter D. Ribosome? So what is the correct answer, teacher? Okay. Ang unang tatanggalin natin is si ribosome. Ang ribosome, it makes protein. Siya ang gumagawa ng protina. Nucleus, siya po ang nagko-control ng cell. I-control cell, and siya rin po ang nag-hold ng DNA. Okay? So the answer here is chloroplast. Mitochondria is wrong. Kasi po, ang mitochondria, ito po ay product of energy. Na nga po si mitochondria, it is the product or the produce of energy. Ito yung tinatawag nating powerhouse of cell. Kaya mali po si mitochondria. So, bakit tama si chloroplast? Ang chloroplast po, teacher, it contains chlorophyll. So, ang chlorophyll, it is a site of photosynthesis. Kaya ang tamang sagot, letter B. Next, which law of motion state for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction? So, anong sagot? Is it A, Newton first law, B, Newton second law, C, Newton third law, or letter D, is it law of inertia? So, what is the correct answer? Okay. Ang first law na inano po ni Newton is letter D. Okay, first law po ito. Same lang po sila ni letter A at letter D. Ang first law, teacher, it is law of inertia, which is yung object po, diba yung object, they stay at rest and motion unless magpo-force po ito. So, it is the first law ni Newton. Second law naman, dito po papasok yung force. O yung force, it is equals to what? Mass, tapos yung acceleration niya. So, nasa second law po yan. Pero pag ang tinatanong is the law of motion state for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Nasa third law po yan. Kaya tamang sagot si letter C. Kasi si third law, ito po ay action, reaction principle. Sulat nyo na lang, guys. Ay nako, boses ko talaga paos. What is the most abundant gas in Earth atmosphere? What is the most abundant gas in Earth atmosphere? Ito ba ay oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, or hydrogen? So what is the correct answer, teacher? Most abundant. Okay, ang pinaka most abundant dito is letter C. Nitrogen po ang tamang sagot. Kasi meron po siyang 78%. Itong si oxygen, 21% lang po yan. Carbohydrates ay carbon dioxide, 1%. Maliwanag po. Itong hydrogen, napaka-small amount po nito, kaya mali. Next, what Republic Act is known as the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013 or K-12 program? A. RA 9293, B. RA 10533, C. RA 10157, or letter D. RA 9155. So what is the correct answer, teacher? Is that A, B, C, or D? Okay, the answer here is letter B, RA 10533. It talks about K-12 program. RA 9293, mali. Kasi it is amended for what? Teacher Professionalization Act. Kaya ligwak. RA 10157, it is Kindergarten Education Law. RA 9155, it is the Governance of Basic Education Act. Kaya ligwak si letter D. Next, we proceed to okay, who is the first president of the Philippine Republic? Sino ang unang presidente sa Philippine Republic? A. Manuel Quezon, B. Emilio Aguinaldo, C. Jose P. Laurel, D. Sergio Osmeña. Okay, the answer is letter B. Emilio Aguinaldo. Ang letter A po, Manuel L. Quezon, it is the first president of Commonwealth. Kailan niya na itatag? 1935. Okay. Manuel L. Quezon, siya po ang kilalang first president of Republic. Okay. So, Jose P. Laurel, is it wrong? Kasi si Jose P. Laurel naging presidente to during Japanese. During Japanese occupation. Si Sergio Osmeña naman, it is succeed of second Commonwealth President. Second Commonwealth. First Manuel. Jose P. Laurel, it is talks about for the Japanese occupation. So, pag sinabing first president, the answer is Emilio Aguinaldo. Okay. It is the correct answer because it is the first president of the Republic during 1899. Next. What economic system characterized by the private ownership and free market competition? A. Socialism, B. Communism, C. Capitalism, or letter D. Mixed economy. So what is the correct answer, teacher? Alright, the answer is letter C. Capitalism. Ang socialism, teachers, it is wrong kasi it is mostly public ownership. Okay, public ownership po ang socialism. Mga government control. Communism naman, mali. Kasi it is, communism, it is a total ownership, no private property. Okay? Mixed economy, it is a combination of private and government control. So the answer is letter C. Next. Which right guarantee under Article 3 Bill of Rights of the 1987 Constitution? Again, which right is guaranteed under Article 3 Bill of Rights of the 1987 Constitution? A. Right to own firearms, B. Right to due process, C. Right to unlimited travel, or D. Right to hold public office without qualification. So what is the correct answer here? Okay? The answer is letter B ulit. Right to due process. Letter A, right to own firearms. It is regulated but it is not absolute right. Kaya mali po si letter A. Letter C naman, it can be restricted. Kasi nakalagay right to unlimited travel. It can be restricted. For example, sa mga national security. So, letter D, mali. right to hold public office without classification. So teachers, it must be or it must have meet a qualification, especially yung mga edad, residency, and etc. So, right to due process is the correct answer. Pag sinabing right to due process, it is a fair legal procedure guarantee. Okay, diba? So, nasa fair tayong pagpoproseso. Next, what does CPU stands for in a computer system? A. Central Processing Unit. B. Computer Personal Unit. C. Central Program Utility. Or letter D. Control Processing. So what is the correct answer? Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay, the answer is, anong sagot? Ang CPU? Is it letter A, Central Processing Unit. Okay, it is a full correct term for the brain of the computer. So letter B, C, and D is wrong. Next, which of the following is an example of search engine? A. Microsoft Word, B. Google, C. Adobe Photoshop, or letter D. PowerPoint. So what is the correct answer? The answer is Google. Microsoft Word is for word processing software. Adobe Photoshop for editing a video, so yung mga image software, and PowerPoint is for the presentation only. So ang search engine na hinahanap natin is si Google. Because Google, it is a tool or search tool na ginagamit natin to get an information online. Last question, who painted Spolarium, the famous masterpiece displayed in National Museum? A. Felix Resurrection Hidalgo, B. Juan Luna, C. Fernando Marsolo, or letter D. Vicente Manansala. So what is the correct answer here? The answer is letter B. Juan Luna. Si Felix Resurrection Hidalgo, it is famous painter, pero pinaint niya po yung Virgins of Christianas, but it is not the work of Spolarium. Kaya mali po si letter A. So, Fernando Marsolo naman, it is known as for rural Philippine landscape. So, si Vicente Manansala, it is known as a transparent cubism style. So, mali din po. So, answer is letter B. Okay? Letter B, Juan Luna, siya po ang nagpinta ng Spolarium during 1884. So, it is won the gold medal in Madrid. So, nanalo pa yan ng gold medal sa Madrid. So, teachers, thank you for watching. Okay, ito po yung pre-discussion natin for general education. And later, we will discuss AFA. That's all. Thank you and God bless.